Hey guys, I'm Amanda and I like to cook. Okay, I just got a new tripod and it's got this little fancy button so that I can push it, and I just dropped it on the floor. But you know, just keeping it real. Anyway, let's try that again. Hi, my name is Amanda and I like to cook. Tonight I'm actually going to be making a homemade tzatziki sauce to go with some Greek bowls that I plan on making in a little while. Pretty much like anything you're going to find on my channel, nothing's necessarily authentic. I just know how to put things together and get fast meals on the table. You know, I cook about 5 or 6 nights a week. So I think this is actually fairly close to authentic, but I've just been making it for a really long time, and this is just, I tweak it until it tastes good to me. So I'd like to share you my method. Anyway, I find a Greek plain yogurt. I only make this amount because my kids don't really like it. They used to when they were little. Oh my gosh, they loved tzatziki sauce, but for some reason as they got older, they don't really like it. So usually it's just my husband and I that will eat this. So I'm just making a small amount, but it's totally easy to scale this up or down to your preference. Okay, now the most difficult part of this recipe is grating the cucumber. Okay, so I cut off the end, and sometimes I actually get out my food processor, and it's weird. Is it lazy to actually go to more work to use the grater than to use the food processor? I don't know. I can't really figure that out. Sometimes it feels like just getting out a microplane and grating your one cucumber is faster than getting out the food processor. But don't tell my husband, because that's what he got me for Christmas. I really wanted it. I love my food processor. I've used it like already so many times. I used it recently to make this dish, but today I just decided I want to go with this microplaner. You can tell this is a very well loved microplaner. It's supposed to have this like rubber grip on it. That fell off a long time ago, but this thing is still sharp. It just says microplane. I don't know what brand it is. Anyway, it was so sharp when I first got it that I sliced off like a chunk of my thumb and then had a scar for years. And I was so terrified. Like anytime I picked this thing up, my thumb would start throbbing for like 2 years after I had that injury. So I'm always very, very careful using this. It's not as sharp as when I first got it, but like I said, I've had this for ages. My mom had the same one. She did the same injury, and she gave hers away. She said, forget that, it is too dangerous. So I wouldn't call this a step for kids. If your kids are gonna make this recipe, because it would be a fun one for kids to make, definitely use a food processor or some kind of microplaner that is not quite as sharp. Okay, so you're going to use a whole cucumber, and then this part is very important. Oh, it smells so fresh. Okay, I have very clean hands, obviously, and I'm just, well, shoot. Okay, I need to move my camera over to the sink, I guess. My sink is dirty though. I wasn't planning on showing you that. All right. Let me tilt this so you can see inside my messy sink. That's okay. There's no secrets here on YouTube, right? Okay. I don't use paper towels for much because I try to switch most of my uses in my kitchen to cloth. But occasionally I will use paper towels for something like this. I could also use a clean cloth, but I didn't grab one. Sometimes I just use my hands, but if you can use a cloth or a paper towel, it actually works a little better. Okay, getting cucumber everywhere. All right, and you'll want to squeeze this. So you'll notice in most of my videos, I'm going to keep my sink out of the picture because it's usually full. I keep my kitchen pretty clean all the time, but my kids are 13 years old and it's their job to empty and load the dishwasher every day. And they usually do it at the end of the day. And it doesn't really bother me, so I don't really ride them on it. But that means that the sink, because the dishwasher's right now full of clean dishes, the sink usually gets full of dirty dishes as the day goes on. So that, you know, I feel is pretty normal, so it's all good. Okay, so you're gonna squeeze out as much as you can. And then let's move the camera again because we don't necessarily want to keep that dirtiness in the shot. Okay. So now that we've squeezed out as much as we can, you're going to add this to the yogurt. Man, the only thing about this is getting the little bits of cucumber everywhere. All right, now I'm gonna add a splash of lemon juice. This is pure lemon juice, not from concentrate. I have a giant bottle of it because I drink lemon water almost every day for morning. But you can use fresh squeezed lemon, even better. I don't have any, so this is really good. All right, so just about a tablespoon or so of it. Of course, that's how I cook. It's always just a little tablespoon. When it's to taste. So I'm gonna taste it here in a minute. And if it's not, if it seems like it needs more lemon juice, then we'll add more lemon juice. All right, now we're going to use my fine microplaner. You can see the grates on this one are very tiny to grate up some garlic. This one, even though it's really sharp, it's so fine that I find that it doesn't tend to cut me. Like I'll actually even use my thumb and kind of press along it and it doesn't cut. But as you can see, it grates it. So then you have like a garlic paste, which is what you want. And I have tried garlic powder in this recipe. It is not the same at all. It really needs that like fresh garlic kick. Yeah, garlic powder just doesn't work in this one. All right, so now I have dill weed. I don't know if I said that very clearly. And so I'm just gonna use like 2 pinches of that, I think. And a drizzle of olive oil. And some salt, which I'm gonna taste it. I might be more. And a little bit of pepper. I like a lot of pepper, but we'll start with that. Watson, you good boy. All right. See, 1 container of yogurt, once you add the entire cucumber, you actually get quite a bit of dip. And this is really good to, like I said, add to tzatziki bowls. I mean, Greek bowls or gyros, or serve with pretzel chips. That's really good. Okay, now a little bit more salt. I don't think it needs anything else. I can taste the garlic in it. It's got plenty of dill. The lemon juice is just right. Perfect. So yeah, I mean, it doesn't take that many ingredients. You have a really good dip. You know, like I said, you could put this in a pretty bowl, put a bunch of pretzel chips, take it to your Super Bowl party that's happening this weekend. Hopefully with just your family, because, you know, parties aren't very happening right now, but like I know what I'm talking about. it's really the sports bowl thing going on this weekend because I don't really follow football. Okay, don't unsubscribe, I promise. Okay, guys, if you enjoyed this, please hit subscribe below, and that way you can get more of my content, and I hope you come back. I'm going to be posting a video on how I make my Greek bowls. Bye.